If it appears Thanos is emerging on the horizon, bracing for a vigorous finger snap, it's only because Disney ain't feeling too good. Whether it's Indiana Jones and the Themple of Womb representing the biggest Lucasfilm failure since the last Lucasfilm fucking failure, or Marvel movies losing more money than the Pentagon as part of that whole superhero fatigue phenomenon we were all assured was fictitious, it appears Bob Iger is taken up fiddling while the backlot burns. Take the recent announcement that Disney are seeking a sale of essentially their entire TV division from ABC to the dying Disney Plus platform, representing fully 1/3 of the company's entire fucking revenue stream, even as rumors swirl from within the house of Mickey Mouse that the company itself is actually on the auction block. And while the punditry pounced on this story like David Spade on a bad wig, what I stand utterly transfixed by is how the shit is all flinging fanward so stunningly soon after Disney's most recent prize, 20th Century Fox, whose portfolio is arguably overrepresented in this prospective package, most notably the FX network. Folks, the Disney-Fox acquisition ain't even 4 years of age just yet, not even old enough for Biden to sniff, yet here we are shedding Fox's second most successful network, one that attracts awards like a fucking junkyard magnet, before the ink on the contract is fucking dry. I mean, no more FX? Wherever will we go for original dramas with a piss yellow filter, or season fucking 41 of It's Increasingly Unfunny in Philadelphia? And before you balk at the idea of Disney being in truly dire fiduciary straits, as I pointed out more times than Iger can count, the Big D is barely 15 fucking years removed from their most recent bankruptcy scare in the mid to late aughts. A financial fucking sinkhole they tunneled their way out of by becoming cartoonishly acquisitive. In short, if our balance sheet is boofed, we buy someone else's who ain't, in essence making ourselves profitable by proxy. And so one by one, the company that parades around in the skin suit of the great Walt Disney bought everyone that weren't nailed down. Pixar, Marvel, and finally fucking Lucasfilm all swelled the sagging portfolio of Disney until a few hits hence, they were back in black like every fifth song on a boomer rock radio station. Get it? Got it? Now here's why it won't work a second time. First and foremost, not to piss in the public punch bowl, but it's exceedingly likely everyone's about to eat their own ass financially. I don't know quite how keen you all are on economic pattern recognition, but the fine folks at the Fed significantly slowed the printing of money and upped interest rates recently, and if you're guessing it weren't out of the goodness of their hearts, way to read between the blow lines. In a perfect world, the Fed would slash the printing of currency and keep their hands the hell off interest rates by default. Then again, in a truly perfect world, they'd have to do so from the smoldering, irradiated wreckage where the Fed once fucking stood. Unfortunately for the most of us, this is generally a prelude to your pocketbook boarding the bullet train to Pound Town. From the '06 housing collapse to the late '80s savings and loan crisis, the Fed most often hikes interest rates ahead of what they suspect will be a profound financial implosion shortly to follow. Not the standard recession recovery cock and bullshit, mind you. We're talking late 70s, long lines for gas and a pinko peanut farmer in the White House haplessly presiding over the grandest financial catastrophe since the Depression sort of shit. The reasons why are myriad, but the short version is so they can prime the pump to take drastic relief action should said mushroom cloud encompass us all. Why would this matter? Because Disney need your cash like everyone the fuck else, and the less of it you have, the less of it they can commandeer in the pursuit of feckless nostalgia wanks with woke wallpaper on top. The second reason it won't work? Simple. Even if you wanted to spend your way out of the shitskin, who the hell's left to buy? Paramount is the Tom Cruise studio at this point. Go anywhere near that couch-hopping homo, and all you're gonna get is a lightsaber fight with Scientology. And Warner's going down like a Malaysian jetliner. As piss-poor as Marvel's doing, the DCEU is balls deep in its own death rattle. The Flash is more fucked up than its star, and only Warner Brothers could manage to make a $700 million Batman box office a financial disappointment purely on the strength of their own production-related stupidity. Point being, Disney, you buy these bitches, you also buy their problems, of which you have a fair few of your own. Put it this way, if successfully sold, the estimated asking price for fully 1/3 of the company would be around $8 billion, or nearly half what Dave Bautista spends on steroids, skinny jeans, and acting lessons that don't fucking work. For perspective, in just the next year alone, Disney is estimated to lose nearly an entire billion by themselves, meaning fully fucking 1/8 of this asking price, if they indeed receive such a sum, would be devoted to just this year's debt collection, if I may quote the bard. Fucking oof! Who'd have thunk that transmogrifying a family-friendly animation studio founded by a commie-crushing freedom fighter into an explicitly statist Hegelian nightmare masquerading as a magical kingdom to block the sight of the goofy gulags would end in insolvency? Don't you dare say get woke, go broke, because the RazörForce knows all too well it's go broke, get woke, ultimately croak. As this situation sufficiently illustrates, even ESG funds can't be conjured from thin air. Eventually someone, somewhere has to pay the fucking freight, whether it's Bud Light, the WEF and BlackRock, or Hunter Biden, the CCP and Crack Rock. I'm Razor Fist. God fucking speed.
It's the fair! It's the fair!